Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Valerie, and we're at my home. So today we're going to take a look at the Kwikset Halo Touch Smart Lock.
It's the touch, which means my fingerprint.
All right, that's pretty cool. Now, Kwikset sent us this to review, and we've already reviewed, and frankly, we've installed a lot of Kwikset Halo locks.
That's right.
So definitely a product we like, and this is the touch version. Okay, so that's it. So it comes with the instructions.
All right, one set of instructions and probably some legal stuff. Yep.
Looks
okay.
like it's in English and Spanish. Oh, it's heavy.
And this is the lock. Wow. Yeah, so we got to be careful to take it out. So this is the mechanism that goes inside the house.
Oh, and it's numbered. This is kind of cool. So one. Let's see what's in one. There is the.
So that's the strike. So that's
strike.
the thing you replace the one in your door currently with that. Okay.
Some screws.
And
for
the
that.
screws for hooking it up.
This is box number 2. There's some big long screws.
Right.
And the strike plate.
Okay, the strike plate. Oh, boy, they give you really long screws to make sure that strike plate doesn't come off.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
That's pretty strong. Okay.
Cool. Box number 3. This is really nice how they did this to make it easy. This is something.
Okay, this plate hooks on inside the house, so when you mount it, I'll show you later how that works.
Okay, that also comes with these really big, thick screws and a key, because this works with either your fingerprint, the key, or the Kwikset app. Number 4. 2 little teeny screws in this big box.
I think there's a hook on this.
Must be.
We'll find out.
For step 4.
Okay.
Number 5, a little baby screw.
Yeah, and the thing they do is they number the screws in here, so don't remove them from the package until you install, because it'll tell you in the directions which screws to use.
So now how are we going to know?
Because the numbers are on here.
Good.
This box doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so here's some more screws.
See, again, more numbers on it, right?
And some thingamajiggy.
Okay, so this is what's called, I think they call it Smart Key, and basically what it means is you can rekey your lock to your own key you
to your own
have.
key. And some batteries.
Even comes with the batteries.
Which is nice. And here is the touch.
That's the touch.
Oh,
yeah,
so
that's
it's upside down.
Is it upside down? Mm-hmm. Well, let's get it right side up. So there it is. That's it. Now you see it comes with a key, so you can use the key in it. But it also comes with a fingerprint reader. So that's pretty nice, right? And that's it. Key, fingerprint reader.
Or
and
app.
Or the app. And then this thing hooks through the door, right? Through this. And then it gets attached to this guy here. And that's the whole thing. So this is the outside, and this is the inside, and it works in conjunction. And we'll install it and see how that all operates.
Yep, so this is great. So it allows you to store fingerprints for up to 50 users, 100 fingerprints. That's a lot of people to fingerprint. So it's Wi-Fi, so you don't need anything special to hook this up to the internet. And it works with Alexa and Google Assistant.
Okay, let's install the lock. Now I've taken the old one off, and first thing I want to do is install the strike, and you slide it in. And it's real sticky. There you go. And then you look in here and make sure this is centered in the opening. That's it. You're all set. Now, if, however, you weren't centered, you can actually twist this, and it'll actually change the position of the hole here. So. But we didn't need to. For our house, it worked out fine. So push that in. And then I took a couple of the long screws. We'll put those in. And make sure, of course, this is up, where it says Kwikset. Now, you might get away with shorter screws if you haven't taken your door strike off in the past. But, of course, we've done a few door locks, and so we had to use the longer screws. They supply both the short and the long. Okay, so it's now installed. Again, the hole's in the center. All right. Okay, so the next thing we install is the fingerprint reader. This is very heavy, and this is going to go through the middle here, and this is going to go under it. So we just line it up. Now you may have to turn the little thing here so that it matches the thing in the door, so this hole here, so it comes through. Okay, now that's through, and then we have to put this plate on. So this one here Put the cable through. Okay, so we're going to bolt this onto the front with these long screws here. Make sure your cable's underneath. It's kind of a, so if you have someone to help you, sometimes it's easier, but basically put the screws through, and then you got to catch the front piece. And so I always look inside and I can see where it's at. All right, mount the second one on and then tighten them down. Don't over tighten them, and make sure you tighten them evenly. And make sure this cable, when it comes through, there's like a slot in the bottom. You just got to get it in there, push to the side. That basically locks the cable in. Then what I do is I always look outside and make sure that the outside piece is vertical. And give a final tightening, but again, not too tight. All right, so everything's in good and snug. So there we go. So we've now mounted the fingerprint reader, the bolt, and the inside plate, and we have the wire coming through properly. Now we want to test the lock, see if it works. Now we take the key they give us, put the key in the lock, turn it, and as you can see, it works quite well. So there we go. So we've got it in. Now the next step is we have to put the inside mechanism on, the electronics. And you need to make sure that this little piece here is up in the, so the top of the triangle is up, all right? The other thing you have to do is line up the cabling. And we line it up with the one on here. There's actually a little white arrow on here. And there's a corresponding arrow here, hopefully. Yep, there's a little arrow there. I don't know if you can see it, but little arrow, line the arrows up. And hook them together. So one of the things you want to do when you're installing this is make sure the strike is out after you do the key test. Then what we have to do is, this is the fun part, is getting the cabling to lay inside of this little channel here. All right, once that lines up, we should be able to push this in. Okay, so the hard part here is getting that wire just right and into that channel in there. I think that's the biggest problem I always have with doing these Kwikset locks. But once I got it on, now we just have to put screws in the side to hold it on. All right, so put one on this side. Now we have it securely mounted. Both screws are in. It's nice and solid in here. Everything's all right in front. Next step is take out the battery compartment. So here it is here. Put in the 4 batteries that they supplied. And that's it. So the 4 batteries are in. And then it says door, so you got to face the door with this. Push it in. Now what should happen is it should start moving this latch. It's doing what's called a door handling. It's determining if we have a left-hand or right-hand door. It lit up green. Fantastic. We're installed. It's working fine. Okay, now we have to put the cover on. Again, watch the position of this little thing here. Make sure this is up and down. That should fit right on. And now, as you can see, I can turn the lock. And then we secure it with 3 screws. So the bottom one's kind of a lot of fun because it's hard to get past the handle with your screwdriver. So I brought a little one with me. And that helps because the handle doesn't get in the way. Now it's nice and secure. It's hooked up. Door turns. I can use the key. All right, I'm all set hooking up the inside mechanism. Now one thing to note, they give you a new plate for the door jamb, and what I do is, I don't want to have to replace this if I don't have to. I just fit it over the top and make sure the hole in this one is bigger than this one so that it doesn't jam. And that avoids me having to replace the plate. Now this little cover here comes off, and you can get it to the batteries, which is really important, and you can get to the button here, which we may need. Now, they also have a little screw that you can put in here to lock this in place, but that means that you have to take this off to change the battery, so I never lock it. Okay, next step is to hook up the app. So once you load the app, you'll have to create an account, but once you do that, this screen will come up and you press plus to add a lock, stay within Bluetooth range of lock, remove the black window or interior cover. So this is here. All right. Next. Press and hold the A button for 3 seconds. So the A button is this one here. Hold it for 3 seconds. And the little blue light's flashing. Next. It's searching for the lock. Okay, let's see. It says, did the lock light up and make a sound? Yes, it did. Wants to pair. Okay, new firmware is needed. Update now. Well, you know, I always recommend you update whenever they ask you to. So we'll let it update the firmware. Okay, it beeped. It must be a good sign. Firmware update. Firmware successfully updated. Oh, we get to name the lock. Well, this should be easy. We'll say front door. Submit that. Follow the instructions to proceed. Make sure you have a home Wi-Fi access point. Make sure you know the Wi-Fi password. Well, I hope I know that. It's searching for our network. Okay, and it found our network, so I'll say SnapNet. Put in the password. All right, connecting to your LAN, connecting to the cloud, attaching the lock to your home, and lock activated to your account. So there goes one. Oh, and our Orbi detected it, so that's good news. Now it's activating it to our account. And a vulnerability scan was done by the Orbi router, which is awesome. So there's no problems with that here. I always like when Orbi finds the device and does a scan and tells you everything's okay. All right, Kwikset door Halo at my home is locked on February 20th. Success. Okay, there's my name. I can schedule things. Name the user Mark. Okay, it's me. Oh, now it looks like scan your fingerprint time. So let's open the door. All right, scan your fingerprint. Oh, I see lift. Press again, so check it out. So it's kind of doing its thing. Gives you a percentage. Oh, it's 100%, so that's good. I don't want to scan one now, I'll do that later. We're done. And it's unlocked. So then I can lock it. All right. And I can unlock it. Door's unlocked. I touch the fingerprint. It immediately locks the door. And I'll press it again and I'll hold it. Oh, that's fast. And it's unlocked. Well, that's pretty easy. Very simple, easy to use. Okay, let's test the door from the outside. All right. So I can lock it with a key. And I can unlock it with a key. Lock it with my fingerprint, locked. And unlocked. So it works very well. Just keep in mind the orientation of your finger when you scanned it and when you go to open it. Okay, now we want to add another person to it. So let's get Valerie hooked up. We press on people. We say add a person. Name the person Valerie. All right, and we say submit. And now basically we're going to scan her fingerprint. So what she's going to do is she's going to put her finger on there, the one she wants to use. All right, she does it again, keeps doing it in different positions so that it can read her whole fingerprint. All right, once it's done, she's hooked up. All right, she's there. I don't want to scan another one, so we say done. And that's it. Valerie's now in the system. So now, right now the door is locked. Now she presses the fingerprint. The front door is now unlocked. Okay, and then if she wants to lock it, she just touches it again. That's it. The door is now locked. It's that easy and it's really fast. So one of the things you can do with the lock is work it with Alexa. So it just says works with, You can work with Alexa or Google Assistant. It basically has you go to the Alexa app and load the skill called Kwikset and log in. Go to the Alexa app. You'll see it now sees the lock. All right, because I did a discovery, so it found the lock. And what you can do is you can set up to unlock by app or unlock by voice. If you do it by voice, it does require a voice code. Alexa, unlock front door halo.
What's your voice code for front door halo?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Unlocking. Hang on. The front door halo is unlocked.
Alexa, lock front door halo.
Locking. Hang on. The front door halo is locked.
As you can see, it's really easy. I can also do it from the app if I want. And I can unlock it. Okay, so that's it. So the Alexa works just fantastic with it. Going back to the app, you can see the door is now locked, and I can look at history. I can see what the lock history was. You can see Alexa locked it, unlocked it, the app unlocked it, so forth. My fingerprint for Mark was scanned, it unlocked and locked it, so it keeps all the history for you with the time and the date. And the other thing you can do is you can set up a auto lock. So like, for example, I have auto lock set to 3 minutes, but let's change it to 30 seconds. All right. Go back, we'll unlock the door. All right, the door is unlocked. Now let's wait 30 seconds and the door should automatically lock. By the way, you'll notice on the screen here, it shows you the cloud status, the Wi-Fi status, the Bluetooth, and the battery status. There we go, it auto-locked the door after 30 seconds. Well, as you can see, it was really easy to install the Kwikset Halo Touch door lock, and it works with Alexa, it works with your phone, and it really works fast with your fingerprint.